Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Volvo XC60, and it's the 2-litre R design. This car's covered 84,000 miles, finished in black as you can see here, with a full black leather interior and the navigation system. Really lovely looking car in absolutely fantastic condition, it really is. I'll just go around the car for you and pick up on anything that's twist I possibly can. Around the front of the car, hardly any stone chips of any note at all on there. Certainly belies the miles it's done because it's been kept just wonderfully well. Just a couple of watermarks there, that's all we can really see. Come down the near side of the vehicle first, and it is absolutely mirror smooth in the panel work. It really is wonderfully clean. Front wing absolutely unmarked. Front alloy very good, just a tiniest little bit of curbing. Just see, just on the outside edge there. Worth pointing out, this car has a full set of Pirelli Scorpion Zero tyres, which is a really good sign of ownership on these cars. Just carrying down the panel work there, so it's wonderfully clean and crisp. Being a black car, of course, there will be very minor mark, and they will be minor on this one, but the camera doesn't pick up or I miss, so please do bear that in mind. Rear alloy on the side again, absolutely unmarked. They're a handsome beast, they've got lovely stance to them. Around the back of the car, again, absolutely as clean as a whistle. Come around to the off side of the vehicle, which, as with the near side, is absolutely mirror smooth in the panel work. It is in wonderful condition, this vehicle. Certainly one of the best out there, especially in this colour. Offside rear wheel, absolutely unmarked. Again, panel work down this side. It's pretty much look like. Try speaking. Try it. Look like looking into a mirror there. Final wheel on the front there. Again, absolutely unmarked. So, I mean, to all intents and purposes, it is one of the very nicest examples you'll see on the used car market. Just coming to the shade now, actually, it's a lovely sunny day, but plays hell with the videos, unfortunately. Huge boots in the back, beautifully finished, of course. And again, as with the rest of the vehicle, it's actually in fantastic condition back here. Coming to the back of the vehicle, door cards again, lovely condition. Full set of original Volvo mats fitted to the vehicle, and then the leather interior, which offers a huge amount of space in the back here for rear passengers. The leatherwork itself is in exceptionally good condition as well. Front passenger door card again, really clean and tidy. The interior, as I said, has been kept wonderfully well. Front passenger seat there, as you can see, bolsters are all really good on the car, again in really nice condition. And they do wear very well indeed, these cars, of course. And finally, just comes to the driver's door card, which again, free of any sort of obvious marks or damage in there at all. And driver's seat shows only sort of the tiniest amount of wear, which you're clearly going to expect on any used car. You know, the bolster itself is really good, just got the tiniest little bit of paint rub. I mean, it is minuscule. I'm being sort of nitpicking with that in all honesty. So I'm inside the car now. Engine's running through this section of the video. Just to pan around the dashboard, but it's in, again, absolutely fantastic condition. You can see sat nav working absolutely perfectly there as well. And all the major controls and the minor controls, it's just all been kept very nicely indeed. I'll pan up to the dashboard there. You can see 84,805 miles. Just release the handbrake there just to show you there are no warning lights on this dashboard at all. What will follow this video will be a road test of this very car. Right then, this is a road test video, and this is for a Volvo XC60, and it's the 2-litre diesel R design, obviously a Navigator model with full black leather. This particular car is registered YX11ZJN, and mileage at the start of the road test is 84,800 miles exactly. The reason we do the road test videos as much as we possibly can is just so customers who are interested in our cars can actually see the cars in operation. That way, if there's any issues on the vehicle, we can and we do relay them back to you. It's the whole point of doing the videos. We know what it's like when you go and see a car that looks very nice in the photographs and nicely described, only to go and spend many hours on the road to find out that there's a fundamental problem with the car, which you clearly should have been told about before going, because you'd never have bought the car in the first place. So hence that's why we do it. It's also done on the very quiet country roads close to our premises, so hopefully it will be representative of, you know, what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive. The car's been very, very well looked after from new, and it feels it absolutely immediately. It feels rock solid, this car. Engine is as sweet as a nut, starts absolutely on the button every time, all but vibration free, effortlessly produces the performance you need with amazing economy on the car as well. But it's just docile nature. It's a very, very nice engine. Pickup is absolutely incredibly quick. It's noticeably quicker than a lot of the cars in its class. There's no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or the gearbox or any other part of the vehicle. It's all in absolutely, yeah, there's nothing there at all. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car, smooth, positive. Bite point is exactly where it should be, and whether the clutch is pressed in or out, there's no change in engine note, there's no vibrations, nothing at all. It's absolutely spot on. 6-speed gearbox in the vehicle, again, very, very slick shifting gearbox. Volvo come miles on the quality of their gear changes, and this is as good as anything in its class. It's very well weighted, it's got a lovely defined gate, very nice synchro mesh, and it has a kind of precision to the gear change, which is nice. You don't get lost in the gears at all. It's very, very simple to use. And as I said, the point of video is to pick up on any kind of wear and tear, and I can't feel anything in the gear linkage at all. It feels absolutely as new. So in terms of the powertrain of the vehicle, all exactly as you'd hope and expect it to be for a car of this type. Steering on the car, it's got a lovely weighting to it. It's nice and precise. It's suited very well to the chassis of the car. Tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibrations coming back through the steering wheel either at this or any other speed. Certainly up to the legal limits of obviously which I'm allowed to drive. But it feels nice and precise on the road. There's no wandering, there's no looseness to it. It feels as tight as it did when it was brand new. It's got a, just the whole car, as I said at the start, feels very much as one. It's these are very, very well put together cars, of course. The chassis of the vehicle again complements the steering really nicely. It's there's no point pretending it's a sports car, because it isn't. What it is a four-wheel drive, or SUV as people like to call it, which doesn't roll through the corners noticeably, but it gives you a very compliant, very comfortable ride. These are really family-orientated cars, and you can see that, or you can feel it when you drive it, because they're capable of covering huge distances very, very comfortably indeed. And again, what I'm looking for on road test here is just signs of any kind of noises coming up from underneath the chassis which shouldn't be there. And it's normally, in fairness, quite innocent stuff like little anti-roll bar links or drop links, which are sort of cheaply replaced, but there's nothing on this. It feels absolutely silent in operation. And obviously, you hear it going over the bumps, but none of those secondary noises quite clearly. Brake pedal, incidentally, lovely solid brake pedal on the car. There's no pulsing, there's no vibrations. It pulls the car down straight and true without any kind of pulling to what left or right. The thing that's noticeable by its absence is actually wind noise. I mean, I'm driving now at the legal limit, and it's very, very, very quiet in here. These are extraordinarily quiet cars. Of course, that could be ruined if you had a badly fitted windscreen or a door sill that was damaged, but all's very tranquil in here. Looking around inside the car, great places to sit and operate a car, nicely laid out dashboards, obviously sat nav's working perfectly, air conditioning's pumping out absolutely ice cold air as well, and it all in very, very nice condition. Beautifully built as well. There's not a murmur, there's no squeaks, there's no rattles, there's nothing at all. It feels what it is, which is a very, very well put together vehicle. Looking around at the dashboard is simplicity itself. Two big dominating dials, speedo, rev counter, that's all you really need, apart from your fuel gauge, all working exactly as it should. As I said at the start of the video, the whole point of these videos is actually to be critical of them. Unfortunately, or fortunately from our point of view, there's nothing on this to report back at all. It drives absolutely beautifully, and I don't ignore things that are there. I always mention them, as I've done on many of my previous videos. I don't think I'm not mentioning anything. I certainly wouldn't do that. But the car drives as well as any of this type I've ever driven, regardless of mileage. It feels like it's done, you know, a third of the miles it's done. Actually, it's a wonderful example, this one. If however, of course, on the video I've missed something which you want answered, give me a call and I'll answer any questions you may have about the car.